Hammer with the cover.
It's over.
We have a new SmackDown Women's Champion, and I can't believe I'm saying this. It's Justine. Justine is the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
There were so many names thrown around about who was going to be in the dark pod, and Justine wasn't even on the list. Her niece must be shocked.
I think the entire WWE Universe is shocked. I'm having flashbacks to 2002.
Simply unbelievable that we are witnessing this right now. What a moment in WWE history.
Did you know?
That Justine was in the dark pod? No. They kept that secret under wraps, even from me. But I could have told you not to trust her, even though it would have been hard to convince you of that.
I know she's family, but it also tracks given everything she's told me I need to do to get ahead. I just didn't think I would be on the receiving end.
I knew her tricks when we were partners, and I never thought I'd be on the receiving end either until I caught wind of her trying to turn on me. Though there is an upside to having lived through that experience.
What's that?
I can help you now. Listen, no one knows your aunt like I do. I remember what she was like when she was on the main roster, what got under her skin, her toughest opponents, her regrets, her weaknesses. If you're on a collision course with her now, and you seem to be, you'll want me by your side to give you the best chance to beat her and win the championship that should have been yours. The best way to take down your aunt is to make her confront the past.
Confront the past. Interesting idea. I'll think about it.
Well, that was one of the wildest things I've ever seen in WWE.
You're telling me.
I know she's your family, but I can't get over how these legends come in and trying to make everything about them. Why can't the older generation stand aside and let us have our shine? They already had their time.
Justine certainly makes everything about her. But I don't care what kind of a miraculous recovery she may have had. Justine should have let me have my moment.
Right? How can these WWE legends expect WWE to grow and move forward if they stay stuck in the past? I'm not the only one in the locker room who feels this way. If you need help with your aunt, you've got backup. I mean, these legends think they're hot, but put them up against a faction of the top and upcoming current superstars and we shut them up real fast. We need to force them to embrace the future.
Embrace the future. Huh. You might have something there.
Our brand new SmackDown Women's Champion is here to address the WWE Universe after her shocking return and victory at Elimination Chamber.
So, I have a little bit of an announcement to make. I've been medically cleared! Surprise! You know, I thought I had closed the books on my WWE career. But being around here lately reignited a light I thought had gone out. As I got involved, coming back into WWE, first with my podcast, and then as a manager, I started to wonder. Edge, Lita got second acts. Why not Justine? The more I gave, the more I realized, you need me. You need me because you deserve to see me finally reap the rewards of the path I trailblazed. To fulfill the promises that I wasn't able to keep when my career got cut short.
What the hell?
I was wondering when you would show up. Figured you would, given how much you like to ride my coattails.
What are you talking about? Why didn't you tell me you were cleared? And why haven't you called me back?
Would you have paid attention if I had? After the way you laughed at me when I suggested we team up for the Money in the Bank tag team match? After you never thought to ask me how I was doing whenever I mentioned my doctor's appointments? I'm beginning to think I should have set up those lighting rigs to fall over on you instead.
You didn't.
Why wouldn't I? Because I'm an old, washed-up, past-her-prime legend? Girlie, you best not insult me, because I taught you everything you know. LJ. Too bad you don't have the goods to back it up. I was proud when you decided to wear your own gear for your debut and make your own mark. But it was probably then that I started to realize you don't have what it takes to push our family name forward in this business. That I'd have to do that myself.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, LJ? You followed me around like a shadow your entire life, and you don't understand. When you decided not to use the chair in your main event match with Ava, did you think you could get ahead by following the rules? Cute. That's not how it works. I would never have made that mistake. Because I've always known exactly what I want. What I needed to do. In a world that was 5 times as hard and 7 times as brutal for me. I tried to help you. But even as your manager, you were just blindly following everything I told you to do. Seriously, child, think for yourself. You know the difference between you and me, LJ? I've never been content walking in someone else's path. And I never had the luxury. I've always had to make my own.
My head is spinning here. Justine's not only back, but she's put a target on her niece?
Justine's certainly drawn a line in the sand here tonight.
How do you even respond to a betrayal like that? From a member of your own family?
I think we're about to find out, and I have a feeling that whatever she has to say, it could have some big ramifications for the WWE Universe.
You know what I find curious, Auntie? That for someone who's so adamant about creating her own path, you're pretty consistent in bringing up the past and what you've already done. Boo-hoo, I'm Justine. It was so hard for me. I don't doubt it. but I also don't see any other WWE legends standing in the ring right now telling a sob story about unfinished business. Maybe that's because they accomplished what they set out to do. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? If you failed because you were so mistreated, put upon, and unlucky with an injury, or if you failed because you just don't have what it takes.
You shut your mouth.
Nah, I'm done listening to what you have to say. And I'm done asking for your advice. The only thing I'm asking for, the only thing I'm demanding is to set the record straight. You think you're so powerful that the only thing that stopped you back in your day were forces beyond your control? Some sort of big bad that had it out for you? Then I'm going to tear apart your past and prove that it wasn't them, whoever you think them is. It was you, Justine. Weak, powerless, a lot of talk and no action. And then I'm going to tear you apart. And at WrestleMania, take the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Did we just see a WrestleMania match being made?
I think we did, Saxton, and I got to admit, it's not a matchup I thought we'd ever get on the grandest stage of them all, and I also don't think we've ever seen a statement that powerful from this superstar.
I've got to agree, Corey, and if Justine's going to have her past torn apart in any way, well, let's just say there's a lot to unravel there.
I thought what you said in the ring was exactly on the money, and I'm happy to help you take Justine down by, how did you put it?
Tear apart her past?
That's it. I think Justine's plan is to steer clear of you before the WrestleMania match, which is official, by the way. But if you want to get the upper hand, you might not have to take the fight directly to Justine anyway. Taking some steps to remind Justine about her biggest regrets will go a long way. I have a few ideas, and I've already made some calls to get a couple of other WWE legends to help too.
I gotta ask, are you just helping me so that you can get back at my aunt?
Oh, there's definitely an element of revenge to it. Do you know what it's like for people to think I'm the villain of my story? But I also meant what I said to you on day 1 at Survivor Series. I'm here to help you. Justine's so stuck in the past and her grievances that she's forgotten her obligation to help the next generation, even her own niece.
Ain't that the truth?
Are you ready to get started? I do have one idea that involves a certain red-haired, moonsaulting WWE legend. But with the amount of grievances your aunt has against this company, there's definitely more than one way to approach this.
You talking about Lita?
Who else could it be with that description?
Let's start with her then. What are you thinking?
One thing your aunt could never shut up about was that Lita got the first women's cage match in WWE, not her. A steel cage match with Lita would certainly rub that in her face.
Lita's just going to agree to that?
No, but if you lure her to Raw by making her think she's getting another Raw Women's Championship opportunity, confront her backstage, and I bet you can get her in a match. After her near miss with Becky Lynch last year, she's still got an itch.
Done! I'll do it.